Welcome to the Leafcast, a first-time reader show based on the epic fantasy series The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. My name is Ryan, and I am clean as a whistle.
I'm Ryan's brother Dan, and I spent all day bringing hot water up to Ryan's copper bath. And we are the way to leave.
This is the way.
This is the way to leave, and this is the Leafcast. Hello, welcome.
Yes, welcome everybody. We got some of the most exciting chapters to jump into.
Oh my gosh, so titillating.
Like the backstage texting all week from our first time readers has just been like, I can't believe what's happening. What? This is the craziest developments in the story I've ever read in my life. I can't believe it.
All these OMG with like the head exploding emojis. To like,
these are the most fun chapters I've ever read in my life.
These are the funnest chapters ever. Yeah, it's been fun.
All right, they're a bunch of troopers. Let's bring them in.
Take a bath, get washed, and dry your hair and dress by yourself, or have someone do up your buttons.
All right, yes, we're talking.
We're talking. And they happily boo-boo after.
You guys totally misunderstood. No, those comments were about OMG, yes. Not these chapters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're like, oh my God, Israel's invading Rafah. Oh my God.
I see.
Trump's gonna get indicted. Oh my God.
I see,
No, Ryan. OMGYes.com. Look it up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Can I look it down?
Look it down. Look it up.
Can we smell it up? Hi,
Carrie.
Kay. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Josh.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Dan.
You joined our show at such a fun time in the book, right, Carrie?
Oh my gosh, yeah, so fun.
And then you have to wait until we talk about this garbage until you get to move on. Yep. So fun.
Yeah, Carrie,
fun.
can you tell us your feelings on Elaine and why she's your favorite character?
Oh my god.
Hi, Alvarzeers.
Yo, I struggled through these chapters so much. It was like, gag me with a spoon. Oh my god, I can't stand this woman.
Okay, do you think you're always gonna not stand her, or do you think she has a redemption arc in your mind? What does she got to do to win you over?
She's probably my least favorite female character right now. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Ooh, Elaine?
Wow. Yeah, Elaine.
Okay.
Strong words. No. We want the truth. The whole truth, nothing but the truth. Case I think you are agreeing with Carrie on these chapters. You did not enjoy reading these, did you? Oh no, we lost you.
Lost you.
No sound. Nope. Okay.
1 second. But we are talking 4 chapters, and they are all Elaine chapters. Are you there? Oh. I think she's there. I think I hear.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, Elaine chapters. I don't know. They weren't like the best, but I mean, they were definitely bad, but they weren't like, I think that, I don't know. I've like suffered through some worse chapters, I feel like, though.
I hear you.
Bitching about a bath for, 40 minutes is kind of okay, I guess. It was boring, but it was all right. Well, I liked how we got some like information about Gowan and Galad, because I didn't really feel like, I don't know why everybody hates them still. Like, I'm trying to sort that out.
Okay. Okay.
So I felt a little more informed about that. I thought that was worth something.
Thank you so much, Matt Stagger.
Bill.
All right, you guys, fellow Elaine. The Elaine hate is strong. It's fine. I don't know
if she who kills my will to read. I like Yowza. Yowza. Hi, Michelle. So, yeah, let me go right off the bat.
So hang on. So if Matt is Robert Jordan, then Elaine is the anti-Robert Jordan.
I was about to ask if Robert Jordan likes Elaine.
Okay,
Fuck.
that's a very good question, and I want let's ask chat that too. All the way up to this book, to nothing in the future. Do you think at this point RJ likes Elaine?
I will read an excerpt from chapter 10 where we start on. It's called A Blazing Beacon. It's got the Aes Sedai, like the that icon number.
Yeah, the Tarvalon icon, baby. Tarvalon eyelash.
And she is talking about her servant, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know if this maid is fucked up because of the effort or, quote, from being in the presence of the daughter heir, it was hard to tell. The great serpent ring on Elaine's left hand might have had something to do with it too. She's sitting there like as like maids are around, and she's like, it says, quote, the honor seemed beyond what some of the servants could bear.
I mean, yeah. Hey, you know what? I think that's just like she's like a firm manager. She's
Is she Kanye?
She's Elon Musk.
No, she's Kanye. I'm thinking more Kanye. Elon would be fine with that. Kanye would be like, would note how crappy your servants are. I don't know. All right, Elon Musk. All right, so she is. She's tweeting cryptic weed stuff.
Either way, like, she does not come off well. So there are several like her inner monologue, her inner dialogue is crappy, and it exposes her for. So yeah, that I was literally thinking the same thing. I wanted to like probe you guys' thoughts on like, is Robert Jordan like expressing all these things for to what effect?
He hates pregnant women, Ryan.
Okay, so that's a theory that's on the table right now.
Yeah, that's my theory on the table, and I'm makes me feel bad.
I should say that neither he or Harriet had children, I believe. So, maybe there's some. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he hates pregnant women.
Did not finish writing the book like Terry Pratchett's daughter used to write Discworld, which is fucking amazing, by the way.
Discworld? Discworld's awesome.
Discworld, Terry Pratchett's daughter has released her first book, continuing the Discworld saga, which light of my life. Anyhow,
and it's good.
It's so good.
What storyline is it?
Tiffany Aching, the young witch.
The young witch who was what's her name's? I don't remember. I don't remember her name.
Tiffany
Old
Aching is the witch from the place where all the chalk. It's called A Dread of Pregnancy. Nice, Matt Stagger.
I think. Okay, let's keep that on the table. Tocophobia.
Dana Lou knows. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Dana Lou knows, right? Yeah. RJ married Harriet and was a stepfather.
Yeah, he waited till after she popped that thing out.
So it was. All right, so here's something interesting. She is walking with her like maid, Elise. Elise is the worst, right? She doesn't even know how to button my buttons. She takes forever. She's always like super intimidated. And Elaine is like Prince. She's like, don't look me in the eyes. You just look down. Do not look me in the eyes. She is in a she's been visiting all these houses to just make appearances, right? I mean, and try to be like, hey, I'm Elaine Tricon, I'm alive, remember me, remember my mom, remember I own the throne, we're cool. Boom, she gateways somewhere else. She's just going all over the place. What's her name? Fucking. I'm sorry, Elsie. Elsie sees a ghost, guys.
Okay, well, yeah, what happened here?
This is a weird one.
Any thoughts,
What
Carrie?
happened?
So Elsie like screamed. It was the girl who shrieked, and she's like, "What is it, Elsie? You look as you've seen a ghost." She's like, "I did. It was Lady Nealon. It was Lord Admar's grandmother. She died when I was little. I remember tiptoe around her temper. She was a bitch. She was right there in front of me, and she scowled so furious." And Elaine just titters. Oh, a ghost? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Maid. And any thoughts about this ghost at all? Did you anything? It was
seemed out
weird.
of place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Elaine just brushes it off. She says, quote, "The dead cannot harm the living, Elsie." Ghosts. The fool girl was a...
famous last words.
And then she says, "Ghosts. The fool girl was a ninny."
The fool girl wasn't.
Did she see a ghost, guys?
I mean, is this a flicker moment? I mean, fuck, like, so there's reincarnation in this world. We know that. What's going on here? You know, like, is this?
Yeah, no, I mean, we know in Teleranriad, people kind of pop in and out.
Right, is the
like
language right now? Like, good point, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely. Like,
I guess if you
does
saw,
reality
yeah.
verbal here. Reality's like, you know?
Yeah, and where are we? We're in Camelin. Let's take
We're
a
not.
look.
Yeah, we're not quite in Camelin. We're on the
Motherfucker.
outskirts of a manor, but we're about to go to Camelin. That map is actually the next chapter, so it's on that. So yeah, we're here the whole time now.
Okay.
Look at those horses, Ryan. Which
Okay.
one of those horses would you call leggy?
Leggy? Ooh, well, let's look at the whole thing.
I love this.
Maybe
guy's
Tom's.
note.
Tom's horse seems a little leggy.
Yeah, why did they give like two on just like a Shetland pony to ride? So funny.
Those
All
notes
right.
are so funny.
All right, so Avienda is. So I underline this. I'm not sure if this is it. And Ryan, I don't like the term drinking obligation. I want to call it a taishar.
A Taishar?
Yeah. You go-
Taishar.
Taishar.
Taishar
All right.
what though?
Taishar, motherfucker.
All right.
Taishar, Taishar,
Quote, Avienda was already down.
I sure motherfucker. Stop my hair.
Does
That's
that work?
nice.
Is that Taishar,
Was
motherfucker?
already down.
All right. She
Brother
is...
Dan, they have spoken.
Nice.
They're all horses.
I'm doing that one, guys.
All right, here's one for you. By the
Pretty good,
size
then.
of her eyes and the trembling of her lips, she was unconvinced. Elaine had no time to accost her, though. Fetch the men.
Fetch the men.
Excellent. I love it.
They let's see. So there is. They notice that there's shit going on in the west. A blazing beacon, as the chapter title suggests. Avienda's like, what is that? Elaine's like, oh, it's probably my boyfriend. It's probably your boyfriend, but it's none of our concern. Our concern is Andor, baby.
Dan, it's
Yes.
once and future husband.
Once and future husband. Okay. All right. All right. I like that. All right. Her once and future.
You're going to be really nerdy, of course.
There is so they're leaning heavy on the Min thing here. She brings up later that she's like, well, Min said the babies are healthy, or the baby's healthy, so it's all good. Everything I do, I can go skydiving, I could drink pina coladas, I could smoke cigarettes. Yeah. I can totally do crack, and the babies are born healthy. This is prophesied. But she says, quote, she wished Min had said whether it would be a boy or a girl, or rather that Avienda and Brigitte could recall exactly what Min actually had said. The three of them had consumed a great deal of wine that night, and then Min had split before she could ask. That's like the worst gender reveal party ever, is just being like, hey, Min. Unless Min's like, hold on. He like has this like big old explosion that's either pink smoke or blue smoke, you know, it's one of those fucking things. Min can make a killing, actually, just doing gender reveals.
Pre-reveals?
Side hustle for sure. Men's like really missing out on some opportunities there. You're right.
Right.
She could for sure like throw all the gender reveal parties and be
she could fake it. She could just be like, hey, pee on this eucalyptus leaf and let me look at the leaf. And then she just looks at that aura and she's like, all right, the leaf's telling me it's a girl. Oh.
Yeah, no, she doesn't even need that. She's just like, hey, this is what's happening. Pop, you're having a boy. And you're pregnant. Guess what?
But in 18 years, it's going to express himself as a girl.
Hey, guys, is this a Taishar?
What, probably.
Maybe.
They hugged one another and hung on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Josh.
Love it. Yeah.
I mean, they're high as fuck in these chapters. I mean,
there's a lot of physical comfort, which
there's a lot of like chuckling themselves into like submission.
That's
all right,
important.
go on. What do you mean?
Chuckling, laughter is important, Josh. What?
They were shaking with mirth.
Yeah.
As they
Laughter for the week.
She loved Avienda every bit as much as she did Rand, which must be somewhat sexually confusing. Maybe?
Life was very strange.
Life is very strange. She said, Aya women, sisters or close friends, often married the same man and seldom gave him any say in the matter. End quote. Consent is a weird thing with Aiel.
Harry, we haven't talked about it, but do you think that there's like the opposite happening, where they're brother husbands?
Brother husbands?
Yeah.
The sister wives, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Haven't thought about that one.
Okay. I'd like to think there are.
Would you have appreciated if he had written that in, so that there's that wasn't this kind of like polygamous
girls hugging
Mormon weird shit?
It's already overly weird for me, so I'm just trying to like, roll with it, I guess.
The closest I think Robert Jordan gets so far in the story is an Aes Sedai with more than one male warder. Every other society, I haven't really seen a woman with two dudes, but we've seen dudes with two women.
Oh yeah.
The only one I guess would be like Grendel. Grendel it kind of had a bunch of dudes.
Brother
Oh,
Dan,
yeah.
just remember this is the 80s. He wrote it in the 80s.
No, not
Right.
anymore. This is the 90s now, right?
So lots of cocaine. Is that what you're saying, right?
He wrote
Lots
it
of
in the
cocaine
90s, Dan. He wrote it in
and
the 90s. He couldn't have possibly thought it would have been cool to
steel
have
jackets.
the other way around. It's just not
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, this one is copyright 2003.
That doesn't make sense.
So
Taishar! Quote, the men we're sending with you are all mounted.
Melted?
Mounted.
Okay.
Nice.
There was this one-legged guy whose name is Fridwin Ross. And he is the I don't know, the servant of this one house. He's sending 11 people with her. It's like, yeah, here, you can have all the rest of the people here. There's 11. They go through a gateway and go to Camelin. And she pretty much just wants a bath, right? I mean, is there anything? What else did I miss? Oh, there's she wants a daughter, I guess. And they're like seeing that thing, and Avian is like, we need to address this. Rand could be in trouble, and Elaine's like, nope, we are going to wash. And I think that's it. What else in this chapter, guys? This chapter was hard.
All of these.
I'm gonna just a little pushback on the chat. Like there are many historical, matrimonially dominant societies, and they're still happening in some parts of the world.
Actually, I mean, longhouse culture is a really interesting parallel here. Like longhouse culture in terms of like Western civilization, right? That the men go off to war and die, and the women therefore perpetuate the cultural identity of the civilization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's
what's a more stronger expression of like power and influence than actually driving culture?
Well, I mean, Bronze Age pervert, the guy who wrote the book about BAP, about this stuff, about like, is pretty contemporary. I mean, it's like 2020. So it's definitely like, what?
Did you say Bronze Age pervert?
Bronze Age pervert. He's the guy who wrote the books about longhouse culture and how Western society. Fuck, I don't want to get into this in this podcast. Jesus Christ.
Was Oedipus in the Bronze Age?
Go down that rabbit hole if you want to. But it's a whole thing.
Does he come from a long line of perverts?
No.
It's weird when you're a pervert junior.
They're right.
So there is something actually that I could talk about in this chapter. So Avienda seems to be protecting Elaine from using too much of the power. Mm-hmm. She's the one that's making all the gateways. She's the one that is exerting herself more. And it says, quote, maybe Avienda wanted to keep her from channeling because she was pregnant. The weave that had made them sisters of the same mother could not have been used if either of them had been with child, because the unborn child would have shared in the bond, a thing it could not be strong enough to survive. That made me think existentially, because if it's...
What do you mean existentially in that context?
Because...
I'm use my favorite word.
You have a fetus...
Yeah.
That is physically attached to its mother, but if that lineage changed mid-thing, would the fetus be included in trying to be bonded to a mother while being attached to a mother? So yes, existentially, like truly existentially. How would the it said the fetus just wasn't strong enough, but is it because you were trying to also
To
rip
survive.
that fetus from its true uterine motherhood right there into this bonded, the shared thing that it still needs the placenta, it still needs the umbilical cord, it still needs its true mother, because it is still in utero, it is still growing.
No,
But
a lot of bonding happens in that time, Dan, for sure.
Yeah, but
this is like some fascinating metaphysical shit in terms of like the Wheel of Time universe, right?
Right.
Like, yeah, for sure.
What do you think, Carrie?
I don't know if I have any comments on that, but I wanted to talk about all the things you missed from this chapter.
Oh, please, yeah, please.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to mention really quick when we go back earlier into this chapter is Elaine is so naive. There's a little quote here that I wanted to read where she says, "It was more of a laugh of relief than anything else. The Black Aja had not somehow followed her to Lord Ottoman's manor, and there was no assassins waiting with knives in their fist, and no sisters loyal to Elida wanting to whisk her back to Carvalon." She's just so naive, and she thinks that she's like doesn't need protection, but she does. I mean, like, it's just ridiculous.
Wait, say that again, Carrie.
Well, she's just oblivious to the fact that she needs to be protected. She thinks that she's invincible. Like, she thinks that
because of this stupid prophecy, right? Because men said, "Don't worry, you're going to have a baby." So she's like, "Well, nothing." She has like an invincibility card for 9 months.
She's like plot armor, bitches.
I mean,
she's like, "I can go bungee jumping. The kids are fine." Yeah.
But she says here, she's self-aware about it, though. She says she was aware that there were many things Aes Sedai did not know, however much they pretend otherwise to the rest of the world. She herself had taken advantage of that presumption from time to time, but it seemed very strange that they might be ignorant of something so important to most women. I mean, I don't know. Like, this is some complicated shit going on right here.
Yes.
She's self-aware. I mean, I hear you, but I think she's also self-aware of the fact that she's acting in the way she is.
Yeah, her observing ego is like still strong. She's still super observant, and we get to learn a lot about.
I think she's less naive than we think, than she appears to be.
Well, no, I don't think I would call Elaine naive. She might be naive to like her own danger, but also she is again like propped up by this like notion. Carrie, what do you think about this whole notion? Like, Min says you're gonna have a healthy child, which means she's got to go at least how many months, right, to like have a feasible fetus. Baby?
Well, maybe she's just taking everything. She's taking things for granted. Like, she doesn't fully appreciate what everybody's doing to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
do you think that's gonna bite her in the ass?
I would assume so at some point.
Okay.
There was 2 other points I wanted to make from this chapter. If I can.
Real fast. Okay. No. Go ahead.
Okay, so overall, she gathered 205 boys and old men. So these are people that she's gathered to help surround Caemlyn, for her forces. But these people don't even know how to use weapons. They're inexperienced, and that scares the crap out of me a little bit. And then really quickly, when Aviendha talks to her later in the chapter, she clearly discusses in more detail what she experienced when she went to the rings of Ruidian. And I don't know if we got that before.
We did.
Right. No, she goes a little deeper. So she says here, quote,
"Drink.
I've told you about the rings in Ruidian." She goes on to say, "I knew I would love Rand al'Thor, and I would find sister wives. I think if we go to him now, something very bad will happen. Maybe one of us will die, maybe both, in spite of what Min said." She said, "There's a glimmer of a warning is there in my head." What should we attach to this?
Well, okay, so can I say something about the
Yes,
Elaine?
yes.
this whole thing about her like thinking that she's just gonna have a healthy baby and like everything's gonna be a-okay because of Min saying that. Wait, can you turn the music down just a little bit?
Absolutely.
Sorry, it's like I think it's just my earbuds. Or anyway, but it just seems like she's getting ahead of herself with that, and it doesn't mean that Elaine couldn't like die from childbirth or die in the process or be super harmed or like harm the child in some way. Like, I don't know, like maybe the child's going to be okay, but maybe she won't. I don't know. Like it just feels too like, oh yeah, you're going to have a healthy baby. The end.
Well, let me ask you, hey, can something happen to make Mint's prophecies wrong? Is Elaine right?
I'm sure that there must be something that can make them not like exactly true, but I also feel like it could be kind of like a wording situation too, and like an Aes Sedai type thing, you know, like the way that it's presented, the way that she words whatever the prophecy is matters. And just like everything that they say in these books, because they're like all speaking a little bit backwards and carefully, you know, like methodically. So I think that matters.
Yeah, great. Yeah, what do you think, Carrie? Do you think that that she could ever be wrong?
I don't know if I've experienced her enough yet in the books to make that determination. I will say I have been watching a lot of sci-fi-esque shows and movies lately, so in those realities, nothing is finite. You can always change the future. So it makes me curious, can we break Min's prophecies and change something?
And I mean, like, would you actually be like, okay, so here, like, do you believe that she sees true and it's only interpretation that would make it false, or is there like a way that you could somehow change the course of events to make it false, regardless of interpretive differences?
Well, we have a lot going on with like time,
Right.
and the way that works in different like levels of this shit, you know? Like when they all went through Flicker, it was like super fast and they experienced a bunch of stuff really quickly. I don't know how that happened. I don't understand it. I'm not going to try to explain it because I certainly don't get it. But, you know, there's definitely like a lot of different like levels, I think, that could be manipulated in this, you know, like, so that could affect things somewhat, somehow.
Is
Sure.
is what Min sees based on the pattern? And if so, how does free will fit into, like, I feel like what's going on here is Elaine's like, oh, free will, fuck it.
Is she right?
Whatever I
Josh?
do, shit's going to turn out right. Which is kind
Is
of
she-
woo. That's like,
Is she
woo.
right though?
I don't know if she's right. I don't know if woo is right in the real world either.
Yeah.
Like,
No, she's
but-
like
Yeah.
Rafa, or no.
No, I mean,
not
but-
Rafa, it's like. Go ahead.
Well, we could look at
No,
like
no.
Min's like win-loss record. I mean, like how's she doing so far? She's predicted a bunch of shit. It seems.
She has, but we also don't know a whole lot. It's a new talent. It's a talent that we don't know or understand where it's come from. Is it okay? So fuck.
And it's so singular as far as we know, just with Min right now. Sorry, Josh. Continue.
Yeah, just with Min for sure.
I want you to follow that thread. No, follow that thread because I'm gonna jump on your back when you're done. Follow that thread.
No, I mean that's all I was gonna say.
Okay, well, on the back of that thought, is Min's ability the one power or the true power?
Interesting.
Yes, awesome
Or-
question.
or could be
is
a
it something else
talent.
entirely? Like, is it something completely, totally like different? Is it something that's like maybe it's something that happened to her? You know, like
Like she got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she could see that shit. No. Well, I mean, like,
Not
Matt.
liking, but like
Matt has a talent, and he basically like sees the past. Could this be a talent where she sees the future?
Or is Matt's
Right.
talent that he sees the dice rolling? I mean, that's the thing, Ryan. We don't fucking know.
No,
Yeah,
we don't.
we do not.
We don't fucking know. And
Yeah, in fact, I call it talent, but that's not confirmed. The only thing we know that's a talent is considered the Wolf Brother, right? Isn't that the only thing that they've considered?
No,
like
there's also you can detect Taverin.
Oh, okay, that's a
and you can
old,
see the
yeah.
future.
You can foretell. You
in
can dream.
dreaming.
dream-
The dream walk.
Yeah,
Foretelling, dream walking.
there's several talents. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we have all these things. We have foretelling, we have dream walking, we have Min, and we have this world that is in a circular time frame, or at least that's what everyone believes is happening. Like,
But then we have like, channeling, and then we have people that can work compulsion on people, and there seem to be like a lot of people that can do this compulsion thing. So I'm having a hard time like understanding
Yeah,
which
okay.
one is
Ooh, here's a
what
good
and who
question.
is
Yeah.
who,
Okay.
like
all right, so imagine Edgar gets captured by Grendel, and she compels her to kill herself. Some dramatic, some drastic, it hurts the baby. Could that happen?
Elaine, you mean?
Elaine. Jesus, sorry. Yeah. Like, could that happen?
It
Or
won't.
would that compulsion like fail somehow?
It won't, but it could.
yeah, it won't because of Min and this, because nothing doesn't actually happen that Min says.
Let me ask you
far.
guys another question.
This is a hard one.
So
This is
if
Fuck the
If-
little corner of
if
just-
we're calling men's ability a talent,
yeah,
from what we've seen from other talents, there are more than one person that can do it. There's more than one person that can dreamwalk. There's more than one person that can foretell. Do you think that
Yeah.
there is more than one person that has men's
no,
abilities?
we
and talents?
talked about this before, Dan. No one has
Yeah.
ever seen Min's ability before. This is
That's
this
the
is
unique.
another
Yeah.
one of these novel like
Okay.
if I was going to go get a PhD in Wheel of Time, I'm not going to. Just saying.
Uh,
I was going to. I
Sure.
would choose novelty as the thing to track in the books, because there are things that are novel. Like, what is happening? So for me, what happens for the first time is what's most important.
mhm.
Whether Rand is a new incarnation of Luz Theron, whether Perrin acts out of line with his Tavernness to go and free Fael, whether Matt's memories implanted in him cause him to behave in a way that is aberrant from historical precedent, right? Like the novelty and the freshness that each character brings to the story is, I think, what drives it along and what makes
Mhm.
this turning of the wheel unique and outside of the scope of the turnings of the wheel before, and why it's important that we're reading the one that we're reading. Now, that's a fucking out there theory. I get it.
No, I
But
dig it.
that's how I can sit. That's how I get up and read the next chapter tomorrow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ladies, do you think that there are other people with men's abilities out there somewhere in this world?
No, I agree with Josh. Actually, I mean, because we have talked about it, but I really do agree with Josh. Like, I don't think that Min, I don't think anybody else can do what Min does. I think it's just her, and I don't know why that is, but I'm excited to find out. Hopefully we find out. Jeez. Did we find out at least?
I'm gonna say there's probably somebody out there. Maybe we haven't met them yet.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
We're going to note that one, Carrie. Nice.
Now, do you think that Min's talent has anything to do with Tel'aran'rhiod? Is she in a waking dream? Is she right? Is she somehow right? Is she astral projecting in a way?
If you're saying it, it's not a spoiler, and therefore no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
That's,
Right?
Well,
No,
I
no,
know-
no.
You'd be
wait, no,
asking
no.
us if it was like the answer.
You don't know if it's a spoiler or
I
not.
don't know.
Josh,
Is she an
I
astronaut?
swear to God,
Yes or
that's
no?
exactly what I was thinking. Though, like, you can't. If you're asking us, then we know that that's not the
No,
answer.
this
because
might
you
be
wouldn't let
unanswered.
preload it.
Hey, it's always a possibility that it remains unanswered, and you guys might actually solve it before the rest of the world.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh
Don't-
my
don't
God!
assume.
Okay, well, if anybody can solve it, I think Josh just might be that guy.
No one benefits from overestimating us puppets.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
All
clear.
right.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump to chapter 11. Chapter 11 is called Talk of
Hang on.
Debts, and it has a map.
I do love the map,
On the
but-
map.
Last thing on chapter 10.
Yes, go for it.
Avienda has a praise kink, and I love it. Okay, go on.
What? We
Yes.
all feed off. No, we all feed off positive affirmations. It's not a praise kink. Come
She
on,
totally has a praise kink, dude.
Oh, it's a
Colored
kink.
fancy under the praise.
I think I do.
She's very
this.
sensitive at times.
If you tell me
Wait,
that,
drink.
you're my friend.
Drink.
She's just
Right.
getting wet off of compliments.
She wasted no time in opening the gateway.
The gay. All right, so here is the map. Hold on. Wait, all right, there it is. Here is the map. Camelin is weird. Is a weird shape, guys. Camelin is funny.
That was good. Yeah, that is a weird shape. What is that? A butthole? What?
It
It's,
looks like a
What
pregnant
shape are we
woman.
getting?
it's
A
a
pregnant
butthole
woman,
with a
a
pregnant
heart.
woman. Yeah.
A butthole and a pregnant woman?
It looks
Pregnant
like a
woman
Keith Haring.
giving birth out of her ass.
What, right?
Clearly. Do you see it?
Ah,
I
Yeah.
see it.
I do. I do.
It's like a
And-
Rorschach painting.
And her mammary glands are giving milk. Is that what I'm seeing?
With
The
two.
gateway.
Oh,
And
yes.
there's the road, and it's like
Mhm.
Mm.
it's like
I see
spraying
it.
milk towards Erangel.
Totally.
I like Glenn's idea here too. It does look like a heart. Like
Oh
there's-
It does
shit.
look like a heart. It totally looks like a heart.
Oh yeah. How about the total eclipse?
There's nothing I can say.
Oh,
Turn around,
Looks like a pregnant
brown
heart.
eyes.
oh,
A pregnant heart.
It's an rosebud.
A heart fetus.
oh yeah. Rose, upside down rosebud. Cute. I love it.
Kinda. All right. So we remember when keep this map up, Ryan.
Yes,
You
sir.
remember the first time we saw
Nice Wadaholic. Oh, it's
Camelin
good. Dang.
was when a ran jumped over a wall into the garden. So I think that's kind of down like on the bottom left, maybe. I think it's like over bottom left or like mid left. It's like over. That's where the garden is. I think is around that wall. I think he climbed a tree and fell into the garden. Anyways,
Tiger,
that's where it
like
is.
Aladdin did with Jasmine
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the tiger.
Yeah. And he's like, good teenagers take off their clothes. You guys know that story?
Huh? What? Which one?
So if you listen to Aladdin when he's trying to shush the tiger, Raja, I think the tiger's name was. And
Right.
he's like, yeah, they're good and he says, good teenagers take off their clothes. And Jasmine goes, oh, watch it. Good teenagers take off their clothes. I promise you it's what he says. It's not me. And Jasmine like inexplicably like goes, what? It's
What?
weird, guys. Seriously, someone in chat back me up. Aladdin is weird. There's all kinds of weird little sex things in there.
Oh, there are.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. I mean, I remember that movie like pretty well. I don't remember them being sexual things, but I do remember these little things that you're talking
Good
about.
teenagers take off their
So,
clothes.
yeah.
Seriously, someone Google it.
I watched a lot of
Yeah.
Disney.
All right, so
Yeah.
chapter 11. Yeah, I did too.
Got it.
Yeah, no,
You
and that was
know
the
your
golden
stuff,
age.
clearly.
Yeah,
was.
no,
It really was.
no, seriously. Yeah,
Penis towers in
Penis
Ariel. I mean, didn't get better than that. It really
My
was.
favorite line is from
Golden.
Lion King when little boy Simba, he says, "You're a weird guy, Uncle Scar," and Uncle Scar goes, "You have
You had no idea.
I love that. I love that so much. Anyways,
Nice.
all right,
Scar's
chapter
one of
11,
the best.
Talk of Debts. It has the lion. That
Lavender.
lion is in more coat of arms. Yeah, there we go. Rice, Ryan. Look at you.
Little sex and sand riding in the air right there.
Yeah, it's like boning. The lion's boning. Right? Is that what I
What?
said? Yeah.
No, he's sleeping. Paul's hanging over. And the wind blows it and it distinctly spells sex. Which is
Oh.
weird.
Weird. All right, so Elaine gets back. She notices no one is channeling, even though there's like 150 people who can channel in this palace at any given time. She's like, she walks around. There's 9 people guarding her, and she's like, I only got 9. Oh, how times have changed. There was Brigitte. And she's like, hey, did she drink the fucking goat milk, or did she get enough sleep? So this is a running theme now with Elaine, that not only does she have to deal with her mood swings, have to deal with her weird pregnancy, she has to deal with Brigitte being hungover. She feels it, and she is mollycoddled up the butt with just people who think they know better than she does. Carrie and Kay, you each delivered children. Gosh, you imagine if someone was like this with you every day of your pregnancy?
No.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Weren't
No.
they?
I had
No.
a mother-in-law.
You had a mother-in-law.
I had a
did not.
mother-in-law that would do all this crazy crap. So yeah, I totally understand what she's going through.
I do not understand what she's going through. It would be annoying.
Yeah, no, it's shitty. I mean, it's like they're like, oh, here's some tea, but it's crappy tea. Oh, here's your meal, but there's, it's like granola. Here's your protein. Here's your prenatal vitamins and your electrolyte. And we're just gonna party, and you're gonna feel my hangover. Barf. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, could the ghost in the first chapter have been a bubble of... Remember how we were talking about last show, how bubbles of evil haven't happened in a while?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
What if that was a bubble of evil?
Oh,
Or
Like
something-
The ghost?
Like a real minor one?
Yeah, like...
One that didn't hurt you?
Just like
yeah,
a little
one where
bubble?
they're not just like mini Rands just jumping
Like a
out,
soap
stabbing you out of
bubble?
the mirrors.
It's so bubble.
A soap bubble.
Not like a hubba bubble. Bubble.
Not a hubba bubba bubble, but just, a little stud.
What do you think, ladies? Do you think that may have been a bubble of evil? That
I don't know.
ghost?
I hadn't thought about that, but that might be. Maybe. I hadn't thought about that.
So. I don't think so, because the bubbles of evil were trying to kill the people that were around them, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes, not always, right? Other times they just experience weird shit, right? It got worse to the point where like reality was breaking down and there were mini Rands like but
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
but I think
kind of like just like weird shit was happening. Like parents then Parent's axe starts flying at him, and Rand.
Right. I think
Yeah.
Gary's right. I think that most of these bubbles of evil have been like trying to hurt or kill the person that
Right.
experienced it.
Right.
Even Matt when he had one, right?
Have we seen other ghosts in? Oh yeah, because Matt had Mini Matt, right?
No, he had.
No, he
What did
did.
he
He
have?
saw Mini Matt.
What?
Matt
He
had
had
that.
no.
weird-
He had someone that was like attacking at him.
No, yeah, little no. They came out of the playing cars and were attacking him.
Yeah, the Mini Matt. Yeah, I
Oh,
thought it was
that.
like. Yeah, it was like little mini
Oh,
kings that were actually Matts.
like Indian in the cupboard.
Rand had to end up fighting himself.
There you go. Glenn says, yeah, Matt had the playing card characters. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rand ended up fighting himself, but it was like I think the same size as him, not little mini version.
Mm.
Yeah.
We hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the big question, Andy. Would you rather fight 100 mini mats or one giant mega mat?
One giant Mega Man.
Mega Matt.
Mega mat.
Oh my god, Mega Matt.
That's so
That's
funny.
so funny. You need a playing card named Mega Matt.
God, 100 little mini mats? They would be climbing up you like Lilliputians. That'd be crazy.
They would be chaotic as fuck. I do think that would be
You
scary.
would get stabbed in the dick so many times.
Yeah.
So many
So many
stabs right to the
times.
dick.
They would quickly like like convey one of those like
Straight up.
like those like cartoon style like
Straight
bowling
up.
balls that hits the flag that falls down the and it goes
Oh.
all the way down to something huge falls on the top of my head.
Yes,
I get it.
definitely.
Is it Rube Goldberg machine?
Rube Goldberg machine, yes.
What the no Plinko from
Blanco? Okay.
Plinko, yeah.
All right, so we learned that Brigitte is losing some of her memories, guys.
We've known that for a while.
She
She's been
can no
slowly-
longer remember. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
her memories have been slowly boiling off.
That's crazy. Boiling off.
Her past lives have been boiling off.
We also learned that she had never been a soldier before. Huh.
What do you guys? How do you guys think of how Elaine's treating our hero, the Horn friend here? Like
She doesn't understand alcoholism.
she was thinking like, man, if I could only get her to just run my entire army, right? That'd be great. If she'll
That'd
agree
be
to
super
it,
great. Yeah.
that'd be great. Like, Brigitte does not seem happy. She doesn't seem happy.
Yeah, I think this relationship is actually really interesting in this particular part because it occurred to me like if this was a man and a woman, or like a male and a female warder, this would feel a lot different. Like being as controlling as it is, and just kind of nasty and so it just was. Yeah, it made me think about like this is interesting that this is like two females, and it's crappy. She's not happy, but like I viewed it much differently as I read it, and then I was like, oh man, if that was a male and a female, it would just be different.
Brigitte has a lot of responsibility here, and Elaine herself says that she feels like a torn. She feels sometimes that Brigitte has to be her warder, and sometimes she's the captain guard of her, Queen's Guard, and sometimes she is like the big sister that tells her to drink goat milk. I have a Taishar.
Let's go.
Saritha's mouth tightened.
Ooh, that's on the cusp, but I will give it to you.
I don't know. She meets with some of the Aes Sedai there. Some of the Aes Sedai are like, hey, yeah, there's a crazy shit going on we should kind of get ready to leave in case it gets closer. She's like, nope. I'm not going to say it's my boyfriend, my once and future husband, but I will say that we're just going to stay here until it gets closer. Don't worry about it. This is not our problem. The name's Paul. That's between them all, not us. She's like, by the way, the Armerlin said we got to stay. Are you going to disobey the Armerlin? She's like, oh, shit. No. I was just kidding. Let's see. They talk about Vandine. Vandine hasn't been pulling her weight. She's supposed to be training some of these Windfinders too. She's all bummed about her sister, Adelaus, being killed. And Vandine is certain that it's one of these three Aes Sedai that Elaine is talking to. It says, quote, Vandine was not only grieving for her sister, she was searching for Adelaus' murderer, and there could be no doubt that the killer was Merilil Canwin, Karine Farnty, what did I do? Or Saritha Tamaris. One of them, or worse, more than one. So yeah, that's an uncomfortable situation. And all those three are here, and they're like, hey, why doesn't Vandine help more? And she's like, because she thinks you killed her sister, you stupid dummy. We hear that Captain Millar came to the rescue again. Guys, Captain Millar, we haven't heard from him in a while, okay? You're a big Captain Millar guy, I know. He's 6'4" and full of muscles.
Very exciting.
Captain Millar. Oh. He sounds nice.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people. It says, quote, 100 of Lord Luon's armsmen tried to reach the city in the night, but they left too late, and sunrise caught up. So did 3 times their number of Lord Nassim's men. But he went out and saved 80 of them. And she's like, guess what? Lord Luon hasn't sworn to me. It says, quote, perhaps. Oh, go ahead.
No. Finish your thought, and then I'll jump in.
It says, quote, perhaps Lord Luon will be in my camp eventually, Captain. But until he declares, you've given me 80 men who need to be watched.
So isn't Millar the Dark Friend?
He's the one that saved Elaine's life. He's a bit creepy, but
he's a Dark Friend. We know he's the Dark Friend. We know he's under the thumb of the Black Aja.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Right? Boo-boo. Hey,
Boo-boo, stop. Boo-boo. Boo. Wow, boo-boo.
He's the worst. This is Crispin. He looks just like Boo Boo, though.
So, okay, so the Dark Friend.
So Millar was the one who was put there, and he killed the 2 attackers who were actually also themselves Dark Friends. And we saw the scene where the Black Sisters
You're correct.
praised him, right? Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure this is the same guy.
Yes, that is him.
Okay.
We don't know much about Lord Luon, I don't think. There is one last Hi Shar! Quote, but there's nothing left for him to do except to jerk.
I got one more too.
Okay.
Nice.
Muriel did not look at all serene. Wide eyes and half-parted lips gave her the appearance of startlement.
Okay.
Ooh. Seductive.
All right. Taishar. This ends with Elaine saying, well, fuck all y'all. I want a bath, and I want it now. And
So-
everyone left.
Do we need to be looking for... So remember how when Birgitta would be reincarnated, she would always fall in love with the ugly guy?
Got okay.
Guidal Kane, who was her soulmate. Do we need to be looking for Guidal Kane, ladies? Do you think?
Probably.
Gita, as these chapters, as the book progresses.
I would imagine so. That's a good point. And do you think this person has come back like not as Guidal Kane, but as like a different person, or because Brigitte is the same?
We know he was just in the TAR because we saw them conversing before before Elaine ripped Brigitte out of the Tel'aran'rhiod.
Oh, okay. So we would have the same like person, just like Brigitte is Brigitte, but then
yeah, I guess he would have to be
Brig-
brought back in some weird way, either as a hero of the Horn or some other way. Yeah, so maybe not. Okay, maybe I'm overthinking this.
You raise a good question.
What a surprise.
Does Brigitte always come back looking like Brigitte?
Yes.
Yes, because I think because she was like stuck in she was like more suspended as opposed to like having died and then come back as a new person, right? Something like that. What? Was born into the world as a baby.
What do you think, Carrie?
I don't know if they would look the same if they came back. I think it would have a different appearance.
Okay. So she doesn't, every time she comes back, she doesn't have like this braid, this, the traditional.
Is Guidal Kane a hero of the Horn, though? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so then so all the heroes of the Horn seem to just be always like the same in the same form.
Okay.
Physically.
Now what about this? Like, so she keeps talking about how she's been reborn, and every time she meets up with Guido, they have this whole like never-ending, like recurring, like which is very heart that's great. So now, if both of them are in the world hooking up with his ugly ass,
Boo.
like, and someone blows the horn, are they affected at all?
They vaporize and go up where the horn is. Yeah, that's a good question. I think they can only. My theory is that they can only appear as heroes of the Horn if they are in Tel'aran'rhiod. So, like, if let's say, or what's the little boy's name? The guy the kid who rides the horse.
Oliver.
Over.
Let's say Oliver blows the horn tomorrow. Does Brigitte appear as a hero of the Horn? No.
Interesting. Okay.
She's already incarnate. She's already incarnate in the world. She can't.
Huh.
Now,
Does Luz
why wouldn't they be summoned? Why wouldn't she be summoned anyways? I mean, assuming that like her warder bond doesn't prevent her from doing that or something. Why wouldn't she be summoned from the Horn?
She's got a physical incarnation. She's no longer just floating in Tel'aran'rhiod.
Yeah, but the heroes of the Horn are like, that's what they are. That's their whole essence of being is to be of the Horn.
I love that you're disagreeing about this.
Maybe they can be just like some. Maybe she shoots, out of her chair and into Matt's behind Matt's left shoulder. Like
yeah.
You make me steer all over the place, Chris.
Sorry. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Just because like that's her first duty, right? Like as anything, not as like a physical person in the world, but like as anything, like as an essence of a being, right?
Right.
Oh, it's fun to think about, though.
Like the whole thing that got me thinking about this is this sentence: with a narrow face. This is about Dolan Millar. With a narrow face, he was not pretty or even handsome. yet he moves with a swordsman lithe grace that spoke of physical strength. That sentence is what reminded me of Guidal Kane.
Nice. Yeah, and I would think that, I mean, it would be really cool if we do see him. I mean,
Well,
that'd
do
be
you
cool.
think there's a chance we've already met him
Yeah, maybe
in a different
maybe.
form?
Oh, right. Oh,
But
there's this.
he would be. He would be in this form, though. I do think Josh is right about that. Like, he would
Elena
be in-
arranged a smile on her face. Sarithia says, "You were a hero again, Captain Millar. How so?"
Oh,
Hero again.
Hmm.
Hero of the horn?
Yeah, but
Captain-
okay, so like he could be going by a different name, and maybe Brigitte just hasn't seen him yet, so she hasn't like
Did you
recognized
start
him.
that we
this
know
is
about?
Captain Millar, right?
That is Captain Millar, absolutely. Little penis, big balls.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Is it possible to have a dark hero?
So let me be clear. I don't think Dolan Millar is Guidal Kane. It's just that the sentence reminded me of it and got me thinking about it again, which I hadn't thought about in a while.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
Captain Millar is obviously a fucking asshole. And it's everyone knows that he's a dick. Everyone in half the castle thinks that he's the father of Elaine's child, and Elaine keeps leaning into it, even though they've never had sex, which is a little weird. Like, is he a dumbass?
I mean, look at him.
His dad never had the talk with him, so he's just not sure how that happens.
He's
so
giving it
hard.
I don't know. I
Millar
could be.
just fucking flies across the room to women he's never fucked.
Oh, so funny. Oh.
I'm sorry, that was way too crude.
No, it's fine. No,
No.
these are all amazing questions. Like,
They're all amazing questions.
but I mean, like Brigitte, we're being reminded in chat. Brigitte was ripped out
She was
unceremoniously by Elaine,
unceremoniously out. Yes.
right? In one of those moments where she didn't know what to do, but she just kind of made a decision, and that's what happened, man. You got to think on your feet.
Brigitte, yeah.
And she's been drinking herself into oblivion ever since. She's a tragic figure. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
An
It's
Irish
sad.
Bear, yeah. Heroes can also be dicks. Yeah. I hear that Hawkwing wasn't a very nice guy.
Hot wings. Was
Cockwing.
he?
Cockwing?
Cock wings.
The Cockwing.
Arthur Cockwing?
Cock wings. Love it.
There's Darkwing Duck. Remember that? I think that was
Yeah.
part of
I
Duck.
got
Yeah,
I
when
do
the
remember
heroes
that.
first come out and they kind of have a little chatty chat with Rand and Matt, we learn a lot. You know, he basically like refers to Rand as if like that they've just been meeting on the battlefield time immemorial. Calls him Loose Theron, not Rand, which is interesting. Kind of going along with Josh's theory about this as being a new thing. Like, he's not Loose,
I
he's
love
Rand.
chat so
He's
much.
like, Luge, you always slayed. Look at you with your girlfriend.
Oh, you're hung up about a girl again. It's always a girl with this one.
Always a chick. It's also interesting that they use their Age of Legends names. I mean, Brigitte has been so many people. Luce Theron, if he's a dragon, Theory may have been so many people, and it's weird that they just used those names, right?
All right, so what's on? Okay, so talk to me about the debt bit, Carrie. Like, what do you make of the debt talk at the end of the chapter here?
It says, I always pay my debts, Elaine thought, watching them go, and I help my friends pay theirs.
Before
That
that,
was
never think I avoid paying my debts, Arithia. Elaine felt Avienda grip one of her hands and Brigitte the other. She gave each of them a light squeeze.
So what
Yeah,
are her debts that she's paying off?
Well,
Killing Adelis is one of them.
it was
Sorry.
for saving her life, right?
That too.
So I don't know.
Didn't they mention Adelaide?
But then she like excuses it as if she doesn't have any debt to pay, right? Like she doesn't really acknowledge it.
It says, even if he did wrong, Sorithia said carefully, and I am not convinced that he did, Captain Millar saved your life at risk to his own, Elaine. Your life and that of the Lady Dylan. Was there really need to embarrass him in front of the rest of us? Never think I avoid paying my debts, Sorithia. Elaine felt, blah, 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 right? And then she thinks about Lady Dylan. She has a thought about Lady Dylan before that's kind of weird, right? Where she like,
does talk shit on Lady Dylan, though.
Yeah, she's like, oh, Lady Dylan. Like, and then she gets this like all like self-aggrandizing about it.
Or rather, I'm sorry, it's Captain Millar. She talks shit on.
Doesn't Dylan get her 4 houses?
Yeah,
Dylan
Like
shows up
on her own?
Yeah, she
Jesus.
does.
And they're a bunch of kids. Yeah, let's jump into it. Anything else in chapter 11? Carrie, any notes she wrote?
I'm checking really quick here.
Okay.
We're reminded that there's over 400 houses in the realm, but only 19 are strong enough to make a claim to the throne. But you
Right.
technically only need 10 houses necessary to ascend the throne by law and custom.
Sounds a lot like the Electoral College. There's
It does.
50 states, but you only need about 7 of them. Yeah.
Too soon, Dan.
Yeah.
No, not soon enough, Ryan. Actually, I believe is
Yeah.
the term
Right?
there.
A couple
Yeah,
of us
yeah.
live in battleground
Not
states,
soon
actually. Come on.
Josh has got that right. Not soon enough. I think yep.
So it does.
That's all I'm gonna say.
It does seem like Andor is a bit Game of Thronesy in that there's a lot of like minor houses that are sworn to major houses that are sworn to the ultimate monarchy, right? So we had like Winterfell, but there was a lot of houses sworn to Winterfell. There's a lot of houses sworn to, Casterly Rock. And this is the first time that we kind of have seen that sort of dynamic in this series. We have over 400 houses, but only 19 are really matter.
I have a drinking obligation.
Tyshore!
Dylan is sure 3 others will come.
All right, that works.
I'm there with you.
Okay, I'm ready to move on to the bath now.
All right, chapter 12 is
And
called
the really warm water, the all the description of how nice warm water is after a long day.
So nice.
It could be warmer.
It's
A
chapter
little
12.
bit.
Called
Gonna
the
get chilly
bath.
soon.
Chapter 12 is called a bath. It's called a bargain. But the first 2 words of the chapter is a bath.
Let's hop in.
Guys, I kind of relate to Elaine. I was mentioning this off screen, but when I travel anywhere, the first thing I want to do is put my bags away and jump in the shower, refresh. I don't want meetings as soon as I get off a plane. Heck no. I want to, decompress
Dan, does
a
your
minute.
company make you fly a lot of red eyes?
No. I get an entire travel day, so I fly.
Fucking softy.
I fly on Sunday.
Sorry,
and
what
I
was
work
that?
on Monday.
I don't know what came out of me there.
Yeah, no. Why would they? They respect me, and I'm an independent contractor. They don't. They can't.
I didn't hear anything.
Nothing. No, there was nothing there.
I have a Tyshore right off the bat. Quote, by the time they had been undressed, with Aviendha slapping Nerys,
Nice.
Sure.
Nice.
Yep.
So
yeah, they prepare for a bath, guys. 4 pages. Let's see. When did she finally get into the? So 1, 2, 3 pages before she gets into the bath.
Okay, here's one. Asande waited only to see Elaine enter the room before sending Stephanie off at a run to fetch the men.
Yeah.
Right. Excellent.
Elaine is right when she says, quote, hot water might be the greatest single gift to civilization. We also emphasize that the IO did not use water for washing. They sweat their shit and scraped it off. So this is still kind of new to Avienda, but damn it. You guys, baths are great. Baths are great. Who doesn't like a bath?
Who doesn't like a whole chapter of a bath?
Now, I will say that it has to be an adequate bath. Like, Ryan and I are bigger people, and like a little like motel bathroom shower thing, it will not
too comfortable.
It's like
Doesn't
you
cut
put,
it, huh?
yeah, you put your legs down and your entire torso is out, or you're laying down and your knees are completely out.
Or you're face down and your ass is completely out.
Or you're like that.
Oh,
and you're blowing
face
bubbles.
down, ass up, just in the tub. Okay, well, however you can fold in there, I suppose.
Well, that's how you make the sauna. You blow bubbles.
And then
you really just need a
tub
bubble pool
that only has like 5 gallons of water in it, and then you're just sitting in your own dirty water, right? So you need a big bath.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So Elaine's doing it right.
With tea.
Have you guys just yes or no? Have you ever had like a bath that felt so freaking good?
All right, I can't stop. No, I gotta do it, Dad.
All right.
The traffic. I can't read the boss.
What are you hearing?
The baby.
Yep.
The dog. That does it. Calgon, take me away.
Lose your cares in the luxury of a Calgon bath. Calgon softens the water to leave skin feeling silky smooth as it lifts your spirits. The soft, luxurious, fragrant world of Calgon.
I love it.
Pamper yourself with a Calgon bath. Lose yourself in luxury.
Yeah.
Sexy.
So funny.
So great.
Yep.
Well edited.
That's a good one.
Calgon bath.
Even though it's extremely dated and nobody knows what the fuck Calgon is.
Calgon, take me away.
It's so crazy though, because I was like, okay, I remember that I had the whole idea, and then I looked it up, and like it looks just like Moraine in the bath. Like they have the hair pulled up and the dark hair, and I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah, it's a good one. So Elaine thinks about her brothers. She's like, man, if Galwin was here, things would be cool.
Bruh.
If Galad was here, she's like, I don't care about Galad, but if Galwin was here, things would be cool. But she does have some empathy for Galad. She's like, yeah, it can't have been awesome being him, I guess. She says, quote, she could not condone him being a child of the light. She could not like him, yet she hoped that he was safe and well. Taishar! Quote, 2 more sisters came.
Gross.
Gross.
Just because of the sister part.
But that's talking about, there's this like, all right, there's an inn called the Silver Swan where it seems like these Aes Sedai are kind of coming in and out. There's a bunch coming in, but a bunch coming out. It seems like they keep about 10. Yeah, all right. How about? It seems like they keep about 10 at any given time. But it's something that Elaine's like, well, not my problem. Not my problem. A lot of her deal is not my problem. She just wants to bathe, man.
It's like yeah. She's like, man, there's so much happening. It's like a highway bus stop over there, or a truck stop. And she's like, not my problem.
Really overwhelmed with her whole pregnancy too. She's just like, everything is so much, and
that's
I'm
insane.
sick on top of it.
Hey, my Peloton teacher is 9.5 months pregnant. Every day she's on that bike telling me to go harder, push it.
So here's another thing, Ryan. The Peloton's been working. I see your glutes for real, like they're working.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it says,
the tie chart.
Yes.
Well trained. The girl laid down.
Drink.
That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So quote. The water. So here's another example of Elaine kind of being shitty, right? The water was going to shed its heat if she waited much longer. Elaine decided, so she took a rose-scented soap from Stephanie and allowed Neris to begin scrubbing her back with a long-handled brush. Later, it says, "That's enough of the brush," she said, irritably twisting away from the bristles. What? I mean, you imagine?
She's snappy.
You imagine working for this woman? She just gives her the soap, doesn't say, "Can you please do it?" She doesn't say anything. She just hands the soap, doesn't even probably look at her. Just gives it to her, and she's all, "That's enough of the brush."
She's very entitled.
I think Robert Jordan writes her this way on purpose. I don't think he likes her.
Or is he trying to give a realistic account of what it would be like to literally be raised a princess in a fucking castle? Like,
I do think that might be more so the case. Like, I don't. Sorry.
You're good.
Go on.
We've seen her like be okay, and she's like, "Yeah, Lenny always says, 2 honeycombs is better than 4 pieces of shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something,
What?
you know.
Yeah. Like Lenny always says, when you're being chased by a swarm of bees, jump in water.
Jump in water.
Right?
Sure.
Hey, Lenny always said, when the cops are trying to find your heroin, throw that needle in a haystack.
Yeah. Like Lenny always says, do you have actionable, articulable offense? I will not give you.
Lenny always says, "I don't answer questions."
All right, let's go.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
we can do this all night.
Lenny always says, "Don't speak without a lawyer."
Yes.
You guys are ridiculous. You get me going into everything you do. So, okay, all you
All
guys
right. I just got nerd slapped. Sorry, she was raised in a palace, not a castle. Okay.
Good point.
Nerd slapped. I love it.
I fucking.
That's
Castles are for
amazing.
fleas.
I feel diminished.
You should.
I know, right? Holy cannoli.
Brutal.
Hey, Carrie, did you? You don't know the random coincidence your T-shirt wearing today is, and that's a Yoda sentence, and I'll take that back. Let me start over. Me no Yoda today. Yeah. So, the very first guest on our show Tavern Talk was Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern.
Okay.
And you're wearing but what's funny is that
he's also the one who introduced me to you guys.
Go full circle. All right.
And he also created our first logo thing. So right, like this thing. All right, I'm trying to find my favorite one. I think this is it. Where the leaf falls. Yeah. Oh, so
One
good.
more time. That was good.
So good. Yeah, Lauren was so supportive.
Encore.
Yeah. That one's my favorite. Where the leaf drops.
That's great. So yeah,
Ah,
glad you wear that shirt.
that's dagger.
Yeah, no, he's great. But he's busy
That's
on
cool.
Sundays. He's religious, and he can't be on our tavern talk. like
He's
now.
religiously busy on Sundays. It's crazy. He's religiously unavailable.
He's
Unavailable.
more power to him.
Oh yeah, and
Mhm.
also
All
any of
right.
our designs. If you want to make a tattoo, I will send you the design, and you can put it anywhere on your body you so will please.
Matt Stagger, my man. All right, so
Right.
Tyshar, everyone. Quote, Avienda wore only a wet sheen.
Yes, she did.
That's Martin Sheen's brother.
You mean Emilio Estevez?
I was just saying to
Yeah.
Ryan that like
Emilio!
it would be
No, that's right. That's
the-
Charlie Sheen's brother.
but that's Charlie Sheen. Yeah,
I said
Charlie Sheen,
Martin.
but Martin Sheen, that's
Martin
the
the
dad,
dad?
right? Yeah, that's their dad.
Yeah, Uncle Sheen. Damn it. All right, yeah. Fuck, I don't know. Yeah.
He was the president in The West Wing. It's
Uncle Sheen?
Don't you think-
Bartlett. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I won't
yeah,
say
Martin
it.
Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen.
Oh,
Remember we used to call Martin Sheen Martin Sheen?
Yes. I used
yeah.
to pop him up there. Yeah, it was so much fun.
So funny.
I
All right,
remember that happening
so
before that.
this whole chapter is about the sea folk. The sea folk come in. We learn that what's her name? Someone died. The
master of the ships.
Mistress of the ships.
Yeah.
Nesta de raised 2 moons. Do we learn how she dies? Have we read
Was
that?
she the
already?
one? Was she the one who screamed in the other room? Further
Say
down,
again,
maybe.
Carrie. I didn't hear you.
It was briefly mentioned that she died. She got killed by the Sanshin.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right.
I
Yeah.
didn't remember.
Oh.
So, just out of curiosity, and tell me if you agree with this, ladies. We've not seen the end of Rand and Nynaeve's channeling yet.
Correct.
Everything that's so. One thing that's kind of important to note is everything through these 4 chapters, five
Mhm.
chapters, 4,
10.
however it was, has been going on during Rand and Nynaeve's use of the Choden Call. Because at the end of chapter 12, we get this. Where is it? God damn it. Something about while the bloody thing is going on still.
Yeah, she's like, I have no time for him. Right?
Yeah.
Right, but that goddamn beacon's still
Oh, yeah.
blazing.
That and the bloody beacon still blazing in the west. So everything that we've witnessed since chapter 10 has been, or since the end of chapter 10 has been while Nynaeve and Rand are channeling through the Choden Cow. How many hours do we think has passed? 1? 3? 8?
Well, let me ask you further. Do you think that we will have a Rand or Nynaeve chapter in this book at all?
Fucking fuck.
Hey, Carrie's crying. I just saw her wipe away a tear. She's like, no. What do you think? What are the odds? What is this? Is this all going to be meanwhile, or are we going to? What's going on?
I think there might be something at the end, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
The last 3 chapters says all.
Yeah, pretty much.
Could be. All right. What do you think, Kay?
Sorry. Layla's up, so Ryan had to like come to the rescue. What was the question?
What do you think that we're going to see Rand or Nynaeve point of view in this book at all?
At all.
Oh my God. No, I don't. I don't think we're going to, unfortunately. I think this is going to be a lot of filler during like time we've already seen somewhere else and just we're not going to, I don't think it's going to go forward.
I guess the odds are saying that Vegas forever, according to Vegas. So shut up. All right, so
hopefully we at least get more Matt,
So Carrie thinks it'll happen at the end. Josh,
I agree. Last 3 chapters.
And Kay is like, yeah, it may not happen at all. Okay. All right.
Brutal.
This whole thing is about a negotiation because there was a pact made, right? But it was made with the woman who died, and Elaine kind of was like, "Yeah, we didn't really make it with you. We made it with everyone." So it was kind of fun seeing her negotiate a little bit. It turns out that she did pretty well. She says, what'd she get? Like 14 out of the 18 possible Windfinders to hang out. The Windfinders are the ones that are making the gateways. The kin aren't good at gateways, but the Windfinders are. So the Windfinders are making these gateways so they can bring in food because that fucking usurper has an army like trying to do a blockade, and Elaine's like, ha ha ha, blockade my left nut. I can just gateway.
Well, I do want to make a point before we go on to this chapter that like the last 2 sentences of chapter 12 really bring me back to like just how far these women have been pushed. Right? Like Elaine is suddenly like queen and Aes Sedai and mother. Future mother, like all at once. She says, no, she would be a queen and she could not be a moonstruck girl. Caemlyn and Andor were all that could matter. Right? Like
what I mean, is there a parallel with
the call? Egwene is the fucking Amerlin seat, and Elaine is the Queen of Andor. All of a sudden, Queen of Andor in waiting, all like with no warning, on top of everything else they have to deal with.
The girls,
no, they've all had to like grow up super fast.
Both Egwene and Elaine also have to deal with issues of imposter syndrome. Right? They have not officially been sworn in as Aes Sedai, but Egwene has appointed them as so. Egwene is
just
pretending to be Amerlin.
Egwene's also the only one who hasn't taken a dick.
Hasn't taken a dick.
Yeah.
All right. Elaine is using her mom's stuff, but she is not a queen yet. But she is using like the royal, the stables that was just for the queen.
Right.
She's using that. She's seeing people in like the lesser sitting room, and then she sees these high seat lord and ladies in like the formal. She is queen in all but name right now because it's her house still, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because there hasn't been named anyone else, so it's Morghese is still a queen, but I don't know.
Only
It's like
Morgase had been the queen because there was a fucking Forsaken who had taken over as king in between.
this is like if King Charles dies and then Harry like moves back into the palace, but it's not real. Like we're like, well, I don't know if you're the queen, the king or not. We have another person over there, but he's like, well, I'm using the stables. Yeah, no one uses that. I'm gonna take big bats and I'm gonna have your people carry all the hot water up there. I'm gonna act like a king. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
Do you think that Elaine's just acting like royalty, but she doesn't actually feel like royalty? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that she has not been legitimized, but she is using all the accoutrements that a queen would normally has access to. She's also taking care of the realm. She is making sure that they're fed. She's taking on the responsibilities as well. But yeah, she was. It mentioned it early on in this chapter that she was using the royal stable.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
it was just something that
she didn't. I learned a word. Perquisite.
What?
Perquisites. The stable was a perquisite of the queen, which
did you Google it?
I did. I had to Google it. I was like, wait, is this a misspelling? It's not a
Ooh.
What's the definition?
Perquisite's definition. Let's see. A thing regarded as a special right or privilege enjoyed as a result of one's position.
Oh, well done.
It's
And that's
nice. I love a new word.
You could easily read and be like, oh, prerequisite, but it's not.
Nice.
Thanks. Sorry, grammar joke. But
no, I love a new word, Josh. Like you're talking to the right people.
You know, all this talk about stables and horses is making me think of my favorite horse right now.
Oh, we can make that happen.
Bella!
Dad?
Oh, right.
Dad
Hold
might be able to make it happen, because
I got it.
Thank you. I needed a stretch break.
Nice. I like that. Let's jump to the final chapter, chapter 13. It is called High Seats. It has the lion again.
Lion of Andor.
Yeah. I think we had this lion on our coat of arms, actually. Like one of my parents, their coat of arms had a lion like that.
Oh, and the Irish?
Like on. Yeah, it was either Morgan or Ryan, and it was like this lion that was like grabbing onto the shield, kind of on both sides. I don't know, but I think that's common in coat of arms. This actual thing right here. So we know. So it is. Elaine finishes her meeting with the sea folk.
And she finally gets dressed after that bath.
She's like, I'm finally gonna finish that bath, and then she's like, oh, the water's tepid. I guess I can't bathe. That I have too much shit to do. I wanted to sit for 2 hours, but I only got about 45 minutes. Someone only scrubbed my back. They didn't scrub the bottom of my feet. Oh.
That was so weird. Everything just started circling and refreshing on me. I was like, ah! Sorry.
You're just in time, Kay. Tyshar!
Woohoo!
The girls breathed heavily the whole time.
Nice. I got a Tyshar.
All right, Tyshar! No, you got it right, Josh.
Tyshar!
All right, thank you.
Brigitte liked having men look at her. Grown men.
Grown men.
Grown.
Tyshar!
Her warder
Well,
smacked young Brandler's bottom.
What?
Say again.
Her warder smacked young Brandler's bottom.
Tashar! All right, I got one. Tashar. Quote. 24 strokes.
Nice.
Hey, if that's all it takes you down, there's something wrong.
No, it wasn't hard stop. It was, come on. And I won't say it's something wrong if you ejaculate early instead of ejaculate.
Cute.
Wait. Cute.
Cute. Little play on words. Adorable.
Yeah,
I love it.
that's so
I love a
cute.
good play on words. Yeah, cute. Sorry.
All right. So they all get dressed because Dylan shows up, and guess what? She's got 4 fucking houses with her. What? 4 houses? Brigitte's like, yeah, I guess there's 4 houses. She's like, yeah, leave me be. I gotta dress. They get dressed. Her and Avienda, 3 pages of dressing.
Cash those houses in for a hotel and make some real money on Boardwalk, huh?
Well, speaking of real money on Boardwalk, Tyshar, quote, a pretty golden haired boy in a plain blue coat jerked away.
Nice.
Come on, y'all.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was good. Yes. I just don't have any more water.
It turns out we get the reality of high seats in this. They're all fucking kids, guys. They're all kids, and none of them have their advisors. One of them is like, the couple of them, like Elaine's like, you shouldn't even be drinking wine, son. But they do hold the authority of their house, and they all pledge their support to House Trakan and Queen Elaine. She says, Trakan welcomes all of you, and I welcome all of you. I will not forget your support, and Trakan will not forget.
Okay, so here's another thing about the channeling and the bloody beacon. She was tired of being reminded of what she was trying to ignore. That bloody beacon was still blazing in the west, an utter impossibility both for its size and its duration. Drinking obligation. The thing had been
Yes!
Nice.
That's the best one of the night, I think.
Jesus.
The thing had been unchanging for hours. Anyone who channeled this long without a rest must have fallen over with exhaustion by now. And Rand, bloody Althor, was right there in the heart of it. She was certain of that. He was alive, but that only made her want to slap his face for putting her through this. Well, his face was not there, but his ass was? Oh, I'm sorry.
She does want to slap him a lot.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's replace bloody with fucking
Fucking
Althor.
Brigitte slammed her silver cup down on the side table so hard that wine flew everywhere. Some laundress was going to sweat to take that stain out of her coat sleeve. A maid would labor for hours to restore the side table's polish.
See?
I love this little bit of her like empathizing with the underlings. It's fucking beautiful. This is the shit that makes me love Elaine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, he finally comes clean.
You love Elaine?
I do.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right.
Why do you think I've been complaining about fucking RJ mistreating her about being pregnant and unhappy?
What?
The fact that you love Elaine was not clear through that, Josh. Just to be
That's
clear.
great.
It was not clear that you loved her
I've always loved Elaine.
through your complaining
yeah.
about how he wrote her.
Way to hide the lead, Josh.
Hide the lead. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
Oh, my God.
So the kids finally leave. Dylan explains that she became the high seat of her house, Terraven, at the age of 15, when her father died in a skirmish. She had 2 younger brothers. So this is just how it is, guys. This reminds me of, I mean, this is what monarchies kind of do, right? Power is through bloodline, and sometimes the leader turns out to be a little boy or a little girl.
Now, I love that he... Okay, first off, gonna come clean. I am not a fan of, like, hereditary power. I think that's, like, the silliest... Hereditary power is exactly the type of thing that people in power would make up.
You should see Ryan while I'm trying to watch Bridgerton. It's nauseating. It's very difficult to watch it. He's just so... Like,
what do you think that monogamy is, Ryan? But an encoding of that system for the common people.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait.
No.
Hold on. Wait, what?
So you're comparing monogamy to, like, the royal, like,
to
the British royal
into royalty.
Divine, yeah.
Monogamy was created to perpetuate. God, we're in a book about polyamorous people. Come on,
I'm sorry. God created Adam and Eve and said, "Go fuck," and they did. And then he punished them. And you're right.
He said,
these are all
"Stay away
systems."
from the animals, would you?"
I mean, look,
yeah.
Monogamy was created as a social system to ensure that property passed down the bloodline, in the same way that a king passed down the bloodline of the kingdom to its sons.
Okay, but just because a person wants to be with just one person and not many different people doesn't mean that they are the same as being, like, entitled to royalty and they were born into something that is just given to them.
No,
like,
I'm just saying
even though that is true, yes, it derived from that. I'm sure
from the same source. Absolutely.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
but very different than, like, what it is, or what it can be, what it is to a lot of people, what it is to me, at least, and I'll just speak for myself. It's not like that at all. I'm not trying to reproduce.
Sure. And in Western culture, we made it emotional as opposed to political or economic. Like, there's lots of things that have changed about the way monogamy's worked over the past 1,000 years, right? Like, absolutely.
Yeah, thank goodness, right?
Well, I mean, to be clear, let's differentiate the monarchical system of power derived by divine grace through lineage versus simple monogamy, where you decide to just have one partner. I don't necessarily. I think the monarchical system is a divine right. It not necessarily in this book. This book, it is whoever's more powerful wins, which is more realistic, I suppose. But the basis of monarchy within a lot of current, I mean, look at North Korea, look at
yeah, but there's so few truly. I mean, no, North Korea is not. I mean, North Korea is an oligarchy. It's not.
It's an example of it. Well, it is the grossest example of a monarchical, like the divine right to power.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good question, anyway. No, is the answer.
You know, Josh, if you're saying monogamy is like the albatross, that's funny because the albatross mates for life.
We just it now.
Yeah, as long with a bald eagle.
How
if you're saying that it's like, you know, a penguin, then
swans, wolves mate for life. Fuck yeah.
Wolves.
Only until one of them dies.
Robins?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Orioles. Yeah. Anyways.
Then it's fine to move on.
See, yeah, killer whales. Oh, if you heard about the killer whales who are like knocking over yachts out off of the coast of Italy, they literally sank a fucking yacht like a couple weeks ago.
Orcas did?
Yeah,
Oh
no
my
one died, they all
God.
lived, but yeah, sank a fucking yacht. I was like, yes!
Orcas
Those-
That is
are
amazing.
savage right now.
Orcas
and there's
are
like
badass.
there's like 8 or
Oh.
9 of them that are causing all kinds
Yeah,
of
they've
mayhem,
evolved.
man. Yeah, no, it's just this one weird group that because no other orcas are doing this elsewhere.
Maybe
All right,
it's
oh,
the
yes.
hierarchy of orcas, and
Apparently
they're all
they-
like
they
monogamous
started
and
yeah.
breeding stronger orcas. And
They say
And,
they're
they're all
playing.
taking
I
over the
say
yacht,
they
right?
started a gang. This is gang shit.
Yeah, I think Cal Ripken
The Orioles mad for life.
Oh, Rip.
Jr. wasn't he an Oriole?
Yeah.
Anyways,
I hear MMA fighters mad for life too.
they
All
bound for 3-minute rounds. This ends with we hear that the first maid and the first clerk have a bunch of news. So guys, this is being continued to the next week where Elaine is just gonna hear news about shit from Howlin and whatnot. But what in chapter 12, what in any of these chapters did you want to talk about that we didn't touch on?
New World Orcas. That's amazing.
Nice.
It's
And they
just-
do have like the baklavas.
it's
the
yeah,
orcas
it's
have
the Orca
baklava?
uprising. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
camouflages.
Yeah.
They're
so
like, what? They're like, what's the best thing to do underwater? Let's look like cows. That's the best we could do
We're
in
gonna
terms
look
of
like,
camouflage.
bank
Yeah, no
robbers.
one's gonna see us underwater when we look like cows.
Well, we're just bank robbers.
yeah. We're just French bank robbers.
We're just looking for the chase. We're not here to find you. Where's Wells Fargo, dude? Anything we wanted to talk about? Talk to me, Carrie.
Okay, so we kind of jumped from chapter 12 to 13 really fast. I wanted to go back to chapter 12 when she's taking a
Okay.
bath.
Yes.
Let's do it.
There's a paragraph that I marked that I thought was kind of important. It says, despite the hot bath water, she shivered, thinking of all the webs the White Tower has spun through the centuries, so fine that none could see them except the sisters who did the spinning, so convoluted that none but those sisters could have unraveled them.
Yeah.
The tower spun webs, and the Aja spun webs, and each individual sister spun webs, and it continues on from there. And it just got me thinking about there's like layers upon layers of power plays and moves happening, you know.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought
It's
it was
interesting, like the people who are coming to these realizations about the Aes Sedai are still wanting to be Aes Sedai. Like
Right.
she sees this.
Yes.
Nothing is good about
Mhm.
like that's like NSA, deep state, fucking crazy shit, like hidden power, like all that stuff. Like you wouldn't want to live in a world where there's 1,000 women controlling the events of the entire land. You wouldn't want to live there.
Magic women, right?
Yeah, they
Ryan,
Right.
Ryan, we live in that world.
Well, we.
Yeah, no, the Illuminati. Yeah, hey.
Well,
I was
Illuminati.
thinking if
Making a
that
joke, Krista.
It's the Illuminati with the NAUGHTY.
yeah, it's like she's like Christopher Moltisanti, like complaining about the mob.
I had that paragraph underlined too, Carrie. I think it's super important. I think there's a lot of stuff revealed about the White Tower and the Aes Sedai from inside that is really interesting in these chapters. I mean, I think that's the most important bits about these chapters, even though they're very like distracted in their ways. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on.
That's
I
very
love
good,
that Dana
Ryan.
Lou said that
I like
because
that.
that's what I've thought of too. I thought of Mogideon, right? And
Womananani.
So Taishar Manetherin,
the use of web a lot.
I'm ready. Thanks for that. Thanks for the warning. I'm ready now.
Elaine wished her friends could all get on as well as she and Avienda did, but somehow they managed to rub on together.
So happy together.
I just imagine a bunch of them, a bunch of women scissoring, like.
All right, so wait. All right, Elaine. All right, so in Elaine's defense, like she loves Avienda, and that's great. She is in love with Rand, and that's great too. And her mom is fucking dead. She thinks her mom's dead. And she's like, she's trying to pick up the pieces of that, let alone she's like, she doesn't know where, like,
and she's a little girl, and now she's knocked up too. Like,
right, she's like 18, and she was looking at like 15-year-olds, and she's like, it's far. Get lost, sophomore.
Yeah, like where's she's supposed to have her, like her brothers are supposed to be protecting her. Her fucking brother is sworn to protect her with his life. Where is he? No, she's all alone.
He's actually fucking against her because
her warder. Her warder is a sassy bitch who constantly gives her lip and is not happy. Do you know what that does to a Aes Sedai when your warder is a drunkard? And getting in bar fights every night.
A drunk hero of the horn?
Yeah. Elaine's got a lot of shit to go and she's going through.
Wow.
She can't drink, but she gets hungover.
Right? Yeah.
They won't even let her have watered down wine, much less regular wine.
That just seems really fucked up that she doesn't get
tea.
like. Why doesn't he? Are you kidding?
Wait. Watered down tea is the worst. I mean, seriously, man. It's like
yeah.
No,
they're just like putting her on this like pillow, and she's like, I already know my kids are fine. I got a goddamn fucking prophecy that says my kids are fine. Let me smoke a cigar.
Okay, so why is Avienda channeling so much? Like, why are they being so careful about the channeling?
Because
situation?
they don't. Because there's only been a few Aes Sedai that ever been pregnant.
Well,
so
no, even said the tower. Surely, I would have let them know if there was something wrong with channeling while pregnant,
right?
Or the Windfinders, or the Wise Ones.
Right.
But Avienda seems to be like doing it for her, and then the Windfinders are like.
Yeah, she's being overprotective.
Yeah, they're all just like pampering.
Yeah.
Because it's Rand seed. Do you think they would be doing this?
Is it that? Is that's why? Like, is it? Wait, is it more so because it's Rand seed, or is it more so because it's Elaine and royalty?
What do you think?
I mean, I would hope that it's more so because it's Rand.
Or
like, maybe it's a combination of both of it, both of them, like, because it's an important heir, right? This is an important heir.
We don't. She's the first pregnant person we've ever really even encountered. Like, so we don't know what it's like. What if, like, you pregnant the two rivers and you can't fucking walk? People are like carrying you around on catamarans and like feeding you grapes and and goat milk. Like, we don't know.
I'm sorry, you making Elaine's life just sound like it's so hard, but it doesn't sound that hard.
Well, by the way,
it's like sitting around with gout. It's just like you can't do much. You're
Oh.
fucking swollen as shit.
I know. I've been pregnant. I don't think it's that bad. I think there are worse situations.
Well, but we're talking about Randland. So do you think that pregnancy is 9 months for Elaine?
What? Why wouldn't it be?
Well, we know that the weeks were weird. We know
they
that
human?
22 days was just over 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm just wondering.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we learned that last week. So I was wondering.
Oh.
I mean,
probably different. I don't know.
I mean, it'd be the equivalent of 9 months.
The equivalent.
Is just
the equivalent.
Okay.
And how many months was that?
So it's 36 weeks. So that would be divided by 10, that. 7.
I'm not trying to do.
Yeah.
That's not for me ever, actually.
It's some days. So it would be like 21 weeks, I think. 22.
There it is.
Okay.
Iconic.
Anyways,
that's a really. Hey, everyone, go to sleep tonight knowing that if
22
you're pregnant, like it's 21 weeks.
If you're pregnant in the Wheel of Time,
I
22 weeks.
think, but their weeks are weird.
Now I really don't feel bad for her.
But you think
That's
that,
easy.
but you think that her pregnancy, is it something special because she can channel and Rand can channel? Does she have a magic baby in her?
I'm sure she does.
Does that affect her pregnancy?
Maybe. I don't know.
Also, we have someone who is bonded to someone and yet is pregnant. So many questions, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Like
we're already
okay, so if you know, let's just when if or Elaine actually starts giving birth, will Brigitte just be like laying next to her, just like playing it all out without having? Will she be giving birth without giving birth?
Yeah. She's just all. She's brilliant.
This is the thing. Like, I was trying not to even go near the why are we not knowing about how like Brigitte and Elaine,
Avienda.
like why is she not getting, and Avienda, why are they all not getting like wasted and shit faced if one of them is drinking every night, if they're like feeling the hangover effects, like
Right. Yeah, no, that's a good question.
what is
Chris.
that? It's inconsistent. Anyway.
Yeah.
But there's like a lot of that with them, and so what do they actually experience, and is it important, like the things that he's highlighting versus the things that we don't even know if they're happening or not?
Yeah.
Are they important for some reason? I don't know.
We don't hear that Elaine gets dizzy, but she certainly has a headache.
Yeah.
But Ryan, you make a very good point. Do you think that if and when Elaine gives birth, how do you think this will affect both Avienda and Rand and Brigitte? Because
I would hope that they would be able to like help her with it,
would they feel the pains?
like help her through it and like help cope. Like if there's 3 of them having to cope with this
Pain.
everything that comes along with childbirth, like it's a lot more than just like physical pain, although obviously that's like the giant piece of it.
could you like pass like willpower in a sense through the
could they all push at the same time?
No, not that. Yeah,
Right,
well,
right?
that's different. Like, look, could they be like, just like, there's like, if you have 5 like people around your bed saying you could do it, that's one thing. But if you're like, you could do it, but they're in the bond and they're really believing it, and you're
and they're
feeling
right
that
there,
in
and
the
they're like,
bond, is that like literally give you willpower? I mean, we know that the warders like could go on and on forever. Like in bed, they're the best. But, like they just go on and on. Like they get like some sort of like stat boosts right from this.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
but
yeah.
D&D of you, Ryan.
Like, can you share the burden like the bundles?
Yes,
like,
very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all good questions.
Yeah, like something like that, like similar in that way, right? Like they're concentrating on it in a certain way and are able to like manifest it.
I'm gonna cry. That's like literally because I'm a yellow. Like that's all I ever want to do for my loved ones is just like take away any sadness or pain. So that's a really powerful metaphor.
Well, but also imagine the bonding process that it could be that Rand actually feels the emotions and feels like the birthing process to a certain degree and feels the joy of
He's like, my dick.
Ah! He's like, I gotta poo.
Is that does that feel like you had to poo? Okay, Carrie, is Dan right?
Yeah, you're supposed to push down like you're pooing, right?
What? Oh, when you're giving birth.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Bear down. Yes.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So if Bran was sharing that, he's like, Oh, I gotta poo. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't know.
So in Randland, the week is 10 days and the year is 13 months of the lunar calendar.
Oh God, you're gonna break my brain.
It's 280 days for human development in the womb,
So
which is 10 months of 28-day months. So that's 28 weeks would be when Elaine has her baby.
yeah.
all right, that's
You're
hard.
you're
I
like
tried doing
15
it.
comments late. Daniel already like knocked that out of the ballpark.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
cool! I didn't see that. I was just processing it. But
No, yeah,
thank
no.
you. Yeah, that's great.
What did I miss in this chapter? It turns out that she's just gonna get some more news. We're gonna get a continuation, and we're doing
Avienda gets out of the bath naked,
covered in sheen.
and she's fucking hot.
She is
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah.
It's hot that she bathes naked.
No, that she runs out into the hallway naked.
Like ready to battle.
Yeah, just like knives like in hand.
She's
No,
the
I'm
friend
kidding,
you
I'm
like.
kidding, yeah. No, that is hot. God,
So-
It's hard to
did
say
she
like
grab it
who
on
you
her way
want.
out the door.
What's that?
Where were her weapons?
I don't think she really had weapons. I'm making a joke, but
Okay, wait a second.
All right. All right. Everyone answer the question. Of the three of Rand's ladies, who would you want to be friends with the most?
Oh my
like,
God.
friends with benefits or normal friends?
Well, yeah, no. Okay, no. I
We need
wouldn't
to do
want to
more of
like.
like a
I wouldn't want
Mary
to
Hill
continue
type
the
situation
monarchy.
here.
The
Gotta be very
paradigm
specific.
of-
Yeah. We don't want to be monogamous here at all right now.
I would marry Min, fuck Avienda, and kill Elaine.
Oh wow, we just went to there, huh? Awesome.
Did I break
Wow.
Carrie? Sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah. That was
Oh my
great.
god.
All right, Carrie.
I think Josh broke her with math earlier. She was crying, Josh. Jesus.
Fuck, Mary, kill.
Oh my god. I want to kill Elaine.
Yes.
Guys. What were the other options? Mary?
And then
Marry
have
and fuck.
and have
Marry and fuck.
carnal relations with.
God. It's a toss up. I mean, I love Avienda,
A tie, huh?
but I don't really like for men. But I think she would be a better wife. So marry men, F Avienda.
Yeah. All right.
Like mine.
All right. So
Yeah.
Fuck. No.
yeah.
Come on.
The
give me some
end.
freedom.
Josh ain't marrying shit.
I want my cake.
I would marry Elaine because
Would
she's
you?
got a cool house. Yeah, man. I marry Elaine.
Wow, Dan, that says. I'm just kidding.
What?
Are you
What?
saying that because you're wearing a princess dress right now?
Yeah. I am dressed for the
Sorry.
occasion. I want to be in a tower. And I would kill Avienda, so I would fuck Min.
Nice.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, you know what? I just want to be friends with all of them.
No,
I
you
love
started
them for
so-
their brains. I just
Hold on,
want to
no. You
I
gotta
want to
choose
have
side.
tea. I want to have
Ryan,
weak
you
tea
gotta
with
choose.
all of them.
You gotta choose. The tables are turned.
All right.
All right. Yeah. No. Fuck, man. Mary Avienda and kill
Everyone wants to
Elaine.
kill Elaine.
Why does everyone want to kill
Wow.
poor Elaine? She's so
I mean,
wanna marry
of
her.
the three,
I want
she's
someone to
expendable.
dress me and put up and do my buttons in the back and stuff.
Do you
All right.
realize how
Scorpions
long it
everywhere.
takes? Like you start kissing, and then she's like, "Oh, you ready?" And then she's like, "Handlers!" And then an hour and 30 minutes later, that bodice is finally off.
I
And
want,
you're so-
I
you
want
better
big back,
learn how to
honestly.
flex your fucking Kegel muscle then, Ryan.
and maybe
All
you
right.
get some of Avienda.
All right,
Okay, so
chapters 14 through what, brother? Big
I'm
Dan?
enjoying the life lessons from Josh. This is great.
Or next week, the chapters
your
are
Kegel.
longer, so we're just doing 3. 14 through 16 at 63 pages.
Okay. Big Dan energy.
Big Dan. Brother Dan energy.
Brother Dan energy.
Is there anything else we wanted to bring up? Carrie, did you have any notes on this chapter we didn't touch on?
Nothing too important other than that the high seats are children and they didn't have their guardians with them, and they were bickering about the poor choices that they were going to make. And I don't know. I didn't really have much to say about chapter 13 other than I'm just ready to get out of these Elaine POVs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Is there more Elaine coming after this? Like, seriously?
Well,
no. I think it's more not coming, more bathing.
We're gonna lose Carrie just as she's started. She's like hating Elaine.
Like, I'm out.
Welcome to being a first time reader.
It, Carrie.
This is first time reader 101.
Yeah.
And it is. Go ahead.
At least you have people to bitch about it with, like we're all right.
We're all suffering together.
Yeah.
It would be different if he had a different POV mixed in with hers. Like, just give us some variety here. I need some spice. Like, right now it's just bland.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have 3 chapters. I don't know how exciting these are going to be. 14 through 16 through any Robert Jordan book is a coin toss.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we'll make the best of it because we always do. So
We try.
we're gonna have fun.
Join us next week where we'll answer the same questions, but we'll have to say how. How we marry, how we fuck, how we kill our favorite characters. Boom. All right. Guys, you've been great. Chat, you've been great.
We love you,
First-time
chat.
readers, you
GK.
are great. You will forever be great.
PK
You have been. Yeah. Brother Dan, I'm going to miss you next week.
Yeah, I won't be here, but you guys tarry forward. You guys, I trust you implicitly. Go do your best. Be best.
We shall.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Read and fuck off.
Yeah.
Good
I love you and I'm proud of you.
Love you.